Hey guys, it's been a pretty wild 2020. So today I thought, why don't we look back on the past decade of WWE games? I feel like the decade started off pretty good, and then it got pretty rough towards the end. So without further ado, here's number 10. At number 10, we have WWE 2K15. I know it's a shocker, and 2K20. I don't know. I know you guys question how this list is invalid. You're an idiot, but just listen to me for a second. You couldn't really do anything on this game. At least you could create an arena. You could create a female superstar. You can't do none of that on this year's game, and it's really disappointing coming off the fact this is the first next gen game. So it really hurt this game this year. One of the things I did like that they introduced is the Superstar Studios, basically where you could, customize your character. I mean, any WWE superstar in the game, other than their hair and face and body size, and you can make them wear whatever. Other than that, the game really lacked in features. Also, this game introduced showcase mode, and personally, I thought the Shawn Michaels Triple H showcase mode was perfect because it's been a while. But on the other hand, the CM Punk and John Cena really didn't land with me because we just saw that. This came out in 2014. They literally just feuded like 2-3 years ago. So it was a bit of a disappointment, and this game overall was just a huge disappointment. Other than the graphics and Superstar Studio, this game really didn't add anything new to the series and didn't really make it that much enjoyable. At number 9, I won't gonna let this game get too high on the list. We have WWE 2K20. We all know why. The game's a glitchy, horrible mess. My career is better than 2K15's, but my career this year I feel like took a huge step down overall in character, likableness, because I hated Trey and baby girl. I can't even think of her name. Also, the same problem that I had with the CM Punk John Cena showcase mode. The women's revolution just happened. At number 8, we have WWE 2K17. I felt like it was kind of a step down compared to WWE 2K16. Even though I like the menu, how they changed everything, but I believe this game they took out my career and just settled for they took out showcase mode and tried to settle for my career. The game did introduce promo mode, but no one ever sound like the person doing the promo. Game also introduced crowd fighting. I don't know, this game just really didn't do much. They did introduce backstage brawl, but after about 10 times doing that, it got really boring. The game I felt like really hurt with the removal of showcase mode. At number 7, we have WWE 2K18, which I feel like was a huge improvement. Not a huge improvement, but a good improvement over on WWE 2K17. My career still sucked, but what can you do about it? This game also introduced the Elimination Chamber entrances, which was something we wanted for years in the game series. It was the minor things that was improved on that made this better than WWE 2K17. At number 6, we have WWE 12, which I know some of you might come to a shock, but this year's Road to WrestleMania, I really didn't like it. I just felt like it was just over the top, just to be over the top. One thing I do enjoy that this game introduced was create an arena. Even though you really didn't create an arena, you created just a ringside area. But hey, you really can't complain. I thought that it was awesome. I really didn't care about the limitations, but this game introduced one of the most popular modes in all the series. The roster in W12 was fine. I really couldn't complain about it. I don't know. I just thought the game was okay this year. And next up, we have WWE 2K16, which I like to call WWE 13, but light. This year, Showcase Mode was all about the Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, which I thought was really cool because newer fans who didn't grow up watching him like I did can see Stone Cold early days in WCW, his brief run in ECW, and his rise to the top in what we all know as the Rattlesnake in WWF. I thought this was the best Showcase Mode out of all of them, and I was just thoroughly entertained. Also, my career was back. I mean, that's honestly what I can really say about it. It was just having matches, win the NXT title, then goes to the main roster. There was not a real story mode, and Baron Blade was, I believe, was back again, which, yeah, and Renee Young looked horrible in this game. At number 4, we have WWE 2K19, the Avengers Affinity War Effect. This year's Showcase Mode was all about the Yes Man, the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan. Unfortunately, you didn't get to play as Daniel Bryan in like Ring of Honor, anything like that. But you saw his rise from NXT rookie to world champion. I thought it was really dope, and I felt like it wasn't as bad as the Women's Revolution and the Cena CM Punk thing, just because Daniel Bryan had just came back from retirement. It was just a feel good story and a feel good Showcase Mode. Also, this game has the best my career without a shadow of a doubt. Even though I still feel like it was a little too goofy, because I don't feel like my character would be a goofy person. I still enjoyed the Showcase Mode. My career mode. It was interesting and it was just fun to play. Also, this year they revamped the Steel Cage and the Hell in a Cell match, which was way overdue. Unfortunately, you still couldn't get different weapons into the match until WWE 2K20, but still, I thought this game was a huge improvement, and that's why I love WWE 2K19. And number 3, we have the GOAT, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Even though the roster this year was kind of on the weaker side. Also, one thing I didn't like that you had to be in Universe mode to play for the titles and how small the titles was. But hey, that's nothing to complain about. This year introduced weapons visits, which was fucking awesome, yo. You can break the tables all types of ways. You can have as many tables as you want. You can break the ladders. You can crush people under trash cans. You can powwow people on steps. It was just awesome. Made the game feel more realistic and fun. This year's added new backstage areas like the locker room, Vince McMahon's office. I think you fought in the trainer's room. The game was awesome. This year's WrestleMania, good. You play as Jericho, Rey Mysterio, Christian. I want to say Triple H, and you could try to defeat the Undertaker Street. They gave you variety, and each story was different. Each story was fun, and the gameplay overall was fun. This game is a classic. There's no other words about it. Next up, we have WWE 2K14. The GOAT. If WWE on SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 was the GOAT, this is the GOAT. This year's roster was dope as hell. You had the current roster. Then you also had the roster over from the past 30 years of WrestleMania, excluding Kurt Angle and the Hardys and the Dudleys. And that was about it, because you had Macho Man up there this year. You had the Hogans. You had the NWO. You had Razor Ramon. And you had all the current stars at the time. Also, this game brought back Ultimate Warrior.
Not even!
This game, this game's a classic. It brought back Ultimate Warrior. Also, this is the first WWE 2K game, even though THQ actually finished the game. 2K just took over the right point there. Also, this year introduced the 30 years in WrestleMania mode, which was just epic, especially for newer fans who don't know the history of WrestleMania and got to see all the great rivalries and stuff of Bill Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Also, they added another cool feature where you could try to defeat the Streak, and you didn't just try to play to beat the Undertaker like any other person. This Undertaker was stronger. He reversed more, and he overall whoop your ass. Like he's kicking out almost all your finishers. It was just a cool little feature they added that just made the game that much better. Next up, we have the GOAT. We have WWE 13. We have the current roster. So you have your CM Punks, you have your Daniel Bryans, you have your Cody Rhodes, you have your David Otungas. If you're into that sort of thing, you have the Great Khali. You have everyone you could think of from the year 2012. Then you also have your Attitude Era people. Like, you have your old school Farouk, you have the Bradshaw, you have, I think Albert was even on the game. You have old school Kane, you have Too Cool, you have Val Venus, you have Great Gangrel, you have everyone you could think of other than the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Kurt Angle. This game also improved on W12's Create Arena. Now you can actually create the whole arena. You can create the old SmackDown. You can create the Ruthless Aggression SmackDown. You can create the Ruthless Aggression Raw. You can create pay-per-views that's coming out that year. You can create pay-per-views in the future if you wanted to. You want WrestleMania 48? You could goddamn make WrestleMania 48. This game had it all. The game also introduced Attitude Era mode, the big selling point. So you won't stop just playing with Stone Cold and Rock. You play moments from the pre-Attitude Era mode with Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, DX versus the Hart Foundation. Then you played the rise of Stone Cold, the rivalry of Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon. Then you get to play as the rivalry starting with Stone Cold and Rock, the Rock and Sock connection, and the rise of Triple H as the main event player. This game had everything you wanted. It was a love letter to the 90s kids, a love letter to Attitude Era fans, and a love letter to the Monday Night Wars. This game had it all. This is my list. This is why this game is number one. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Also, tell me your list below.